Do you require additional advanced reports for Pipedrive? In this video, we will show you the process of implementing a connector that we have developed to access data from Pipedrive using Power BI. With this, you can leverage all the potential advantages for creating much more advanced reports using Power BI. This connector is open source, so you can access it directly on GitHub for you to use and modify it according to your preferences. Among the multiple benefits of this connector, we have that Power BI connects directly to Pipedrive without the need for an intermediate database. Also, pagination is avoided, which means that the Pipedrive API brings the data in batches of 10, 50, and 100, depending on the data being retrieved. Then joins the data in a large array and pass it to Power BI entirely. So Power BI receives 100% of the data. And finally, the connection is through REST API, the web, so the use of the gateway is not required, which brings quicker updates of information at any time. Let's see how this works in practice. Well, on one hand, we have our Pipedrive report built in Power BI. It's super simple. Here we have, for example, the count of deals in our Pipedrive CRM. On the other side, we have the total opportunities by stage in a pie chart and also in a bar chart. Here we have filters to select different stages. And here we have the user's name. And also in this table, we can find a list of opportunities or deals, each with its URL to access the record in the Pipedrive CRM. Okay, for example, what we are going to do now is going to Small View Resources. We click on the link. And now here we are in the record in Pipedrive. Well, what we will do now is change the amount of this deal, which is currently 25,000. Suppose our deal has improved in terms of potential value, so we'll increase it to 30,000. And let's click on Save. And then we go to the data source of our Power BI report. And let's click on Refresh Now, so we can refresh the data set. Once it's updated, we go back to our report and refresh visuals. So finally, we indeed have 30,000 for this opportunity, as we can see in this row. And in this way, we can see how easy it is to have updated data in our Power BI report. You can find this connector in our GitHub site, and in the video description, we'll provide a link to the page where you'll find detailed instructions on how to set up this connector. Likewise, you'll be able to find a repository with a lot of Power BI examples in this area. Here we can see the Pipedrive example that we are using in this video. And we'll also include the link in the video description. Now, to follow the video, we are in the Power BI desktop report. I've already downloaded from GitHub and I have opened it in here. And in this part of the video, we're going to see how to set parameters for using the connector. Okay, so let's go to transform data. And here we are in the Power Query editor. Okay, here we see all the elements needed to configure this connector. First, we need the URL where this connector is installed. Secondly, the connector token. Keep in mind that you need Keep in mind that you need two tokens, one for the connector itself and one to access Pipedrive. Okay, for now we've named this token as free token, but you can change it by viewing the source code to whatever you prefer. Also, we have to include the domain, which in this case is outdocscl sandbox. And finally, the token provided by Pipedrive. And in the GitHub description, you'll find instructions on how to obtain this token. Now, let's review how the deal query was constructed. Let's go to deals and right click and then go to Advanced Editor. Here we have all the steps applied, but let's go to the most important, which is this method, where we bring in the data in JSON format obtained from the connector's URL. In this code, we can see that we have the URL. We are also using the getRecords method from the connector. The company domain is set as a parameter, which is our domain in Pipedrive. The object that we are retrieving for this table is deals. The API token is also set as the Pipedrive token, and it's set as a parameter. We leave these parameters as default. And finally, in the header section, we'll use our token parameter to authenticate you. Remember that there are two tokens, the connector token and the Pipedrive token. Then all following steps are here to convert the JSON that we are retrieving from the connector into the fields we need. Okay, so let's click on done. And with this information, you have everything you need to build your Power BI reports based on your Pipedrive data. You can find the Power BI connector for Pipedrive here, and you can find the Power BI report for Power BI desktop here, which you can download and use as a basis for your own report. Well folks, I hope this video has helped you understand how to connect Pipedrive to Power BI. And remember, if you need more information, here are our contact details at Outdocs Ingeniería. If you liked the video, don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell icon, leave us your comments, and share the video with whoever you think might find it useful. Bye bye.